And maybe we have, maybe right there. Ooh, I like that one. Just a little orange. Welcome to my channel. My name is Carl. I'm a Bob Ross painting instructor. I thought today we'd do a nice mountain scene. For those who've seen some of my previous videos, thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot to me. Let me know in the comments other paintings you'd like to see. I have a series upcoming that I'm going to start, a beginner series for the Bob Ross technique. So hopefully you tune in for that. Let's start with the sky. I have my 1-inch brush. I'm going to go into just a little bit of phthalo blue. Just tap, tap, tap. We'll just do a nice, simple blue sky. And then I'm going to do some X strokes. And it's, again, I've got liquid white on here. You know, this is a painting if you want to get your painting supplies and you can paint along with me, or you can just sit back and enjoy. And then we will have some water in this painting, so I think what I'm going to do... Now, you can do it two ways. You can do the horizontal strokes, but sometimes if it's... I find that if we're going to do like still water, I kind of just do the X strokes. I guess we just cover the entire canvas. And I'm going to switch over to a clean, dry brush, and watch this. We're going to go blend some of those brush marks. Just same X strokes, but a little softer. I'm not using much pressure. And with the liquid white and the blue color, look at that. It just creates a nice illusion of a happy sky. And then horizontal strokes kind of sets in the blue color. And then we'll just blend away some of these strokes down here in the water. I got my fan brush. I'm going to go into some titanium white. Just load the brush, both sides. And maybe we have, maybe up here, I'm using the corner of the brush, maybe we have some just happy clouds floating in the sky. I don't want to disturb that top edge. I'm going to wipe the brush, got some blue on there, reload. Maybe we'll go right, oh, there we go. Maybe this one goes kind of off the top here. And I got another layer, so I'm getting a little bit, I wiped off the brush, some fresh paint. Maybe up here we have another cloud. Maybe just like that, just some layers. Okay, 1-inch brush. And just use the corner of the brush and I'm gonna blend. Look at that, just soften. Don't touch the top. We wanna leave that, but I'm blending the base. And I'll do this over here too, just like a whisper. Fluff the clouds. Just ever so slightly. There we go, soft pressure. Ooh, yeah, there we go, nice, powerful cloud, maybe right here. And again, I really want that top edge of the cloud, maybe over here. And we'll have a mountain. So some of these will be blocked, but you know, we got some practice on how to paint them. Back to the 1-inch brush. And I'm going to soften just that little bit I added. I'm going to be careful not to touch that other cloud. Fluff. Soften, and we'll blend this layer as well. And these are just some nice soft clouds. You can add as many as you'd like. Oh, there we go. Just fluffing, and we'll soften. Like a whisper across the canvas. All right, I got my palette knife. We're gonna go into some black. We're gonna go into some blue. Phthalo blue. We'll go into some Van Dyke brown. Alizarin crimson. Very majestic mountain. So we want that dark mixture. Little roll of paint. And let's decide on a big mountain peak right there. There we go. That's a tall peak. More paint. And remember, I'm really focused on this top edge. And then I'm scraping away the paint. So maybe we have one right there. And it's good if you know that you have some jagged parts to your mountain versus just straight lines. We generally don't want straight lines in a mountain. And I want to remove as much of that as possible. There we go. Back to the 1-inch brush. Very carefully. I'm going to grab and think of the lay of the land, and I'm going to pull. And this helps you shape your mountain. And then on this side, I'm going to pull this way. And again, we have the liquid white on here, which is going to allow us to move and blend the paint. So something about like that. Tiny bit of bright red, just to ever so slightly warm it up. A little roll of paint. Have very light pressure. Just let the paint grab. Reload. And with mountains, you can spend so much time just adding depth and layers. They're some of my favorite things to paint. Maybe over here we have just a little bit extra right there. We want all those little details, like the snow is breaking. Maybe right here we have, yep. You could go skiing up here. I'm just reloading a little roll of paint as we go down. Maybe, oh, yep, this comes out right there. And you can go back into your strokes. You just want to use light pressure. I'm going to save some of these craters, cliffs, jagged parts. There we go. And let's not forget about this one back here. You know what, maybe this comes down just a little ways, just kind of wrapping around there, just peeking out. And this one, yep, this one's gonna be coming down here. And we'll bring that snow down a little bit farther. Little roll of paint. Just a little farther, maybe a little bit more over here. Just soft. Okay, we'll mix up a shadow color here. I'm going to take just a little bit of white, and we'll go with a little bit of blue. Ooh, that's a nice color. And a hint of that mountain mixture, just to darken it a touch, kind of mute it. And I'm going to use the small portion of the knife, again, for a little better control. And let's just test the color. Yeah, I like that. Now notice I left some of the really dark mountain mixture. I think it adds a lot of layers and depth to your picture. Look at that. I love when you start bringing in the shadows, just how it brings your mountain to life. Ooh, maybe right in there's a little tiny inlet, and then we'll push that back. So maybe that peak comes in front. There we go. Maybe just a little bit right there. There we go. And I'm going to go back in. I think I'm feeling good with the shadows. I'm going to go back in and just tidy up some of those highlights. Little roll of paint maybe right here. Right there. Go right over just to reshape. I'm going to put some mist there though, so another clean 1-inch brush, and we'll just kind of tap the base. Look at that, creates just a little bit of mist at the base of the mountain. And we'll do the same over here. Soften the mountain. We're going to take some of this mountain mixture. We're going to add a little sap green to it. And I'm going to actually grab some of this shadow color just to lighten it a little bit. Okay, got my fan brush. Just loading the paint both sides. And maybe right here we just have some distant bushes, grasses. There, something like that. Yeah, let's put in an evergreen tree. Maybe a couple. So I'm gonna. Now what you'll find here as we're going through the mountain is you might have to add a little bit of liquid clear just so the paint sticks. Look at that, just a happy tree in the background. Maybe we'll do another one here. Maybe there's just a few out here. And just like that, we can just put some indications. Just using the corner of the brush, and I'm just reloading each time. Yeah, maybe we just have just some things happening back here. Maybe there's some bushes, some of the trees. And because it's in the distance, we don't necessarily have to have a lot of detail. There we go. Something like that. 1-inch brushes, and I'm going to create a reflection. So about halfway down, I'm pulling straight down, and that easy we can have a reflection in the background. Look at that. And if you want to be a little bit more advanced here, just where those trees are, we could put some indications of the trees, just like that. Kind of reverse painting here. And a whisper across. So just very soft, go across, set in your water. And I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. So maybe we got some highlights back here. Maybe there's some grasses. Nothing too much, just some little indications way in the back. And I'm going to leave some of the dark, because there wouldn't be a lot of detail back here, so I don't want it to be too bright. There, and then maybe we'll just reflect a little bit of that color back into the water. But look how easy it is to create a reflection. Oh, I like some of those reflections. Look at that. That's nice. I'm just going to set them in. Same 1-inch brush, like a whisper. Just go across. And we're just going to put just a little indication. And it's important to try to keep your water line going straight across. We don't want it slanted. I'm loading this brush to a chisel. Here we go. Maybe we have right there, touch, corner of the brush. I'm going to add a little bit of liquid clear. As we go through the mountain. There, I'd say about there. Reload. Maybe there's a big evergreen tree right there, just overlooking. Yep. Corner of the brush. As I go down, I'm going to add more pressure. And this big tree, I'll probably have to reload because it's so big. So back into the paint. And kind of just scrubbing in color here as we get down towards the base. And I'm pulling in one direction, so it has a slight round to the top, and I'm going to scrub in some bushes here. So just like that. And think about bush shapes. Maybe we'll have some right there. And maybe they go down to about there. There. And we'll reload. Lots of paint. This takes lots of paint. And maybe we'll have some more over here. And I'm just pressing. More paint. There we go. I'm going to grab another 1-inch brush and we're going to do a little bit of a reflection. Remember, just pull straight down, and then as we get lower, a little bit more pressure. Again, try to make it straight. Looks more realistic. And we'll go across, whisper. So straight down. And go across like a whisper. So just scooping it, little roll of paint, and maybe we'll give just some indications. Not too much, just little bits of maybe some tree trunks. We'll kind of dull that down just a touch. There we go. Added a little bit of the base color in there. And let's just put some highlights on here. And what I'm going to do is add a little bit more liquid clear. Reload. There we go. Maybe on this side. I kind of missed the trunk over there, but that's okay. Maybe there's just a leafless tree trunk amongst those trees. And again, I don't want these to be too bright, just some indications there. And we'll just put in some indications here. Not too much, just a little bit of a shoreline. Maybe there's a little sand, or I'm just kind of scrubbing it in. Just a little bit, maybe over here. Now comes the exciting part. Now we are going to highlight our bushes. A lot of paint. So the dark paint should be a little bit thicker. So maybe we have, right? Yeah, look at that. And it sticks right there. Perfect. There's a bush in the background. And you probably need to reload liquid clear, liquid white. If not, it'll start mixing. So maybe we have a big bush there. And work in layers, work in layers. Maybe we have a little bit of, and maybe we have, maybe right there. Ooh, I like that one. Just a little orange. Go back to the Indian yellow. Maybe we'll have one, maybe right. Yeah, we'll go right there. Back to the cad yellow. Just changing the flavor a little bit. Maybe this one. Comes right down to there. Oh, I like that. And leave the dark in there. Leave the dark in there. There. So reloading, pulling in one direction. Maybe we have, yep. Nice bush there. And maybe we have one, oh, right there, big one. Goes right down to the shoreline. And maybe, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of some green in this one. Maybe right there. Just some green. We can add a little bit of some yellow highlights to it. Wow. And in this corner, yeah, I see it. There's a red one. Wow, look at that. Add a little bit more. Ooh, little extra red there. I don't want to disturb too much down here. Just some indications. And then we have a little bit of orange, kind of an orangey color right in here. There, and look at that. See that we create that illusion, and I'll reflect that in a little bit. Clean, dry brush. Just whisper. And then soft. Soft. And again, this is just adds another, you don't have to do this, but it does add another layer of realism. Just pull straight across. I'm going to go back in with the sand color and just do a little bit of just some highlights. Maybe we'll add a little bit of the red tones. Scrubbing in some details here. Maybe a little bit of liquid white, a little roll of paint. There, just scrubbing in some water. Let's go to the other side here. Yeah, this is a fun painting to practice some of your techniques. Maybe some ripples into the little pond or lake or whatever it is. Yeah, we'll put a little signature right here. Well, I think we have a finished painting. Thanks for watching. Check out my website at carlvaughnartistry.com. Happy painting. See you next time.